test. If you're currently watching this, you just watched me find a different font because I thought the other font was boring, and now I'm using this as a quick test to see if my microphone is working. So, hello. The stream will start officially. The action will start in about 20 minutes. So. All right, welcome everyone tonight. We are back again for a duel between our home Royal Knights and our visiting Wahluke Warriors. Tonight is the girls wrestling senior night. I am your broadcasting host, Peyton Livingston, along with my partner from earlier this week, Coach / Mr. / my neighbor, Ben Orth.
Hey, it's good to be back. We're on the mat again, Peyton, for another awesome action-packed duel tonight between the Royal Knights taking on the Wahluke Warriors. It's also, as you mentioned, it's senior night for our lady wrestlers. So what you're going to see, fans, tonight we've got a duel taking place. We're going to do the guys first. So the men's wrestling team will compete.
All right, we got to take a quick break here for the Pledge of Allegiance in the arena. So,
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you very much.
They must not have heard my request to have you sing the national anthem, since
Yeah.
the band isn't here. But
Fell on deaf ears, I think. But yeah,
well.
hey, we've got a great matchup tonight between the Royal Knights and the Wahluke Warriors. So one more time, the format, what you're going to see as they get action going, it'll be the guys' teams taking on each other. First, we'll then recognize our senior girl athletes as well as senior winter cheer. And then it'll be the ladies' duel for their senior night. So it should be a good night of action, Peyton.
yeah, we came out and we streamed Tuesday against the Warden Cougars, that duel. I came into it not really knowing much about wrestling, but I still had a great time. So it was great.
Yeah, hey, that was a lot of fun.
It was a great duel,
and
I really had fun broadcasting it with you.
Yeah, I want to give Peyton a lot of thanks for those of you listening. Just his ability to put this together and say, hey, let's do it for wrestling as well. We do it for other sports, and so we want to continue to see all programs here at Royal elevated, and that includes the wrestling program. So we're getting ready for a face-off here.
We talked about this for the Warden stream. There we go. That's probably a little bit better. We talked about this for the Warden stream. This is the face-off. Just the wrestlers will get announced by their weight. They will go out and shake their hands with the opponent.
Yeah, so here we go. 106, Jose for the Knights versus Victor Mateo for the Wahluke Warriors. Bumping up to 113. It'll be a senior for the Knights, Miguel Alcaraz, taking on Leandro Bucio of the Warriors. Next weight class is going to be 120. And here he comes for the Knights. This is freshman Dennis Hernandez, and he'll be taking on Jose Valdivinos. And I think, Peyton, that's going to be the featured matchup tonight. That's another really good one between two young wrestlers.
Wow. Watching Dennis the other night, he put on an incredible fight, really engaging match. So I'm looking forward to that one too.
Yep, that was 126-pounders, Thomas Antonio for the Knights and Josue Mendoza for the Warriors. Here at 132, we've got freshman Kevin Almonte, and he'll be taking on Diego Santiago in the 132-pound weight class. Next, we've got 138. It's going to be another freshman for the Knights, and you're going to see that theme kind of over and over. That's the core of our team this year, Jesus Morales, and he's a tough one. Going to be a great wrestler. He'll be taking on Alex Tapia for the Warriors. And then what you're going to see, Peyton, is a number of forfeits. Wahluke just not able to field those middle, upper weights. So at 45, that was Shea Stevenson for the Knights. At 52, Mario De La Rosa is going to pick up a forfeit for the Knights. He's a freshman, both him and Shea. At 160, it's Danny Chavez. He'll pick up the forfeit. He's a junior for the Knights. At 170, likewise, Aaron Garnick going to pick up a forfeit for the Knights. And he's a junior. At 182, Alejandro Bustillos for the Knights. He'll be picking up the forfeit. And again, Peyton, those forfeits, those are worth a lot of team points. 6 team points each time.
It'd be very... They're gonna have to. The Warriors gonna have to win a lot of matches by pin to really make up for those.
Yeah, this might be the case where the duel is out of reach before it even starts.
Yeah.
At 195, that was Ismael Sosa, another freshman for the Knights. And we do have a matchup here at 220. And this is probably Wahluke's best wrestler, and Anthony Zabrano, a former state participant.
All right.
Oh, it looks like Ismael Sosa is going to go up to wrestle him at 220. And then we're going to bump Kevin Paz, our normal 220. We're going to bump him up to heavyweight to take on Anthony Cuevas. So that'll be a good one.
That's going to be an interesting match, bumping it up from 220 to 285. That's quite the jump.
Well, you know, Abel Garcia,
he's nursing an injury.
And he is a very, very good up-and-coming freshman
Yeah.
wrestler. So hopefully he can get.
Started on the varsity football team as a freshman. That's pretty rare here.
Yep.
And he's a great kid, great guy.
All right, on the
And he's great in
broadcast,
athletic talent.
we can see the captains heading out there. That's going to be Anthony Zabrano and I believe Diego Santiago for the Warriors. And for the Knights, the captains chosen this year for this match, Shea Stevenson and Kevin Almonte. And what you're seeing right now is the officials kind of just going over some things, making sure every team's squared away. And then he's going to flip a disc here, and or they may have already done it, but he's going to talk to him about, okay, Royal, you may have the first match opportunity to choose choice in the second round. So looks like he's getting ready to do that. And it's kind of a coin toss, kind of like football,
Yeah.
if you can think it in those terms. Normally in football, you'd say, hey, we're going to elect to receive, or we're going to elect to kick, or take the ball in the second half that way. But in wrestling, he's going to flip that disc. He just did. It showed up green, so the choice goes to the Knights. And what this means is if the Knights say, hey, we want the odd matches, what that means is they may have to send their wrestler to the table every odd match. So the first match, the third match, the fifth match. And where this gets interesting is when you've got some guys moving around in the lineup. Maybe a team has a really tough guy that you want to put your really tough wrestler against, then you might hold off and see if they send him to the table first if it's their turn. So a little bit of strategy and tactics. I don't think it's going to go into play here. I think the Knights are going to play it straight up.
All right, interesting. I didn't even really know about that. So
You bet.
you did a great job of explaining that.
All right, so action is going to start with the lightweights tonight. Man, I'm excited to watch these two guys go. We've got a matchup of some young wrestlers. Jose Harajan for the Knights. He's a freshman. Boy, you remember this last Tuesday, he took on a senior from Warden, a very accomplished wrestler. And Jose gave him a great fight in that first round. Unfortunately, wasn't able to contend with him in that second round. He got pinned, but here we go. He
did put up a great fight, good showing for his match on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I think this one's going to be more about his ability level to younger wrestlers. So here we go. Action starts.
Right. First match of the night. We'll see who can pick up some first points, I would imagine. Similar to other sports, you score first. That's got to be some good momentum carrying into the night.
Yeah, Jose on a single attempt right now, and you're absolutely right, Peyton. The statistics show that something like 70% of wrestlers who score first wins. Again, it's not always the case, but it sure is important. Jose in on a attempt there, but good job by Victor to defend that. Victor was able to put a move on called a wizard and get out of it. Jose on his own attempt of a single. Now, both these wrestlers, Peyton, what they need to do is they need to commit to those shots. They need to penetrate fully through. Right now, they're just kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah. That's too loud. Okay. That still feels a little loud. Just kind of sizing each other up. No points on the board yet. Almost a minute left.
Yeah. And we'll remember that each of these rounds are 2 minutes in the high school. Younger kids,
2 minutes, 3 rounds.
We've got our little guys going on right now. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they're wrestling in the wrestling room. So we just saw a number of them roll on in there to have some fun, work hard, learn some discipline. But those matches
start them young.
Those matches are just 1 minute rounds for those young kids up through age 10. Oh, Jose was adjusting his headgear. You don't want to reach up and mess with that headgear, Peyton. You don't have to because it gets your arms out of position.
Your arms out of position. You probably won't get able to
down attempt there by Victor.
The ground this is Mateo is trying to get around, I would imagine.
Yep, he's feeding some hips, that's for sure.
Jose's trying to get
Jose's
up.
in good position here.
Good
if he can roll through that.
Gets out of it.
Oh, he gave up that takedown. Yep.
And they're going to award 2 points to Mateo.
Oh, but Jose's
quick on the reversal. Gets the 2 reversal points. Mateo's trying to try to get up, but potentially.
Oh, good job driving that across. Okay, fans. So
was able to get those 2 points back after that takedown give up to start the second round.
Yeah, he pretty much nullified that first scoring attack by hitting that reversal. So we'll head to that second round. Choice to the Knights as they had the odd. Remember that odd choice? So now they get the opportunity every odd match to choose the second round action.
Okay.
So the next match, Wahluke will get the choice in the second round and so on and so forth. So a little bit of strategy there.
Yeah, so rather than flipping the coin at every at every match. It's just
Yep.
blanket. Here's what it is.
Right. Now, when
So-
you're in a tournament setting, you'll see him flip it every match because that's just a randomized order of how you come out onto the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah. So Royals Jose Haragon chooses the down spot. We went through kind of the dichotomy of where and strategy of choosing up or down there. So on
Yeah.
the last broadcast, we could quickly go through that again, though.
So if the coaches feel like their wrestler is able to get away, they feel like he has a good chance to get away. If you can get away from your opponent and get back to your feet, that's a 1-point escape. What you saw earlier in the match, though, Peyton, was where a wrestler went from the bottom position, switched around, and got on top. That's called a reversal.
And that earns you 2 points, as we saw earlier for Jose, as he tied it up.
Absolutely. So Jose's got to do a better job right now of defending this half Nelson attack. He's got to get his head up. He's got to plant his foot. He's got to come up strong.
He's trying his best, but
here we go.
There he goes.
Now we're to our feet.
He's got to get rid of that grip. No, it gets taken back down.
Yeah, and this is just
the points.
It's one of those things that
there.
As Jose keeps growing as a wrestler, he's going to have to chain those moves together.
Yeah.
Instead of doing one move and stopping and restarting, one move, if it doesn't work, we go right immediately into that second move.
See if I can find. We still have our stat sheets from last broadcast.
All right, Jose's now got hand control. That's a good thing. You let go of that hand control. Wahluke wrestler is going to try to drag him back down to the mat, but Jose is able to spin out and pick up the 1-point escape with 12 seconds left.
Great
in
job
period
there
2
by Jose.
Absolutely.
Jose, as we probably mentioned on Tuesday, only 2 years of experience here. So as you were kind of saying there, as he kind of gains more experience, those chain moves, chain wrestling will assumedly flow better, I should say.
It's like anything in life. The more repetitions you get at it, the more proficient you get, and the quicker you get at it. So, yeah, he like you just mentioned, a second-year wrestler for the first time as an 8th grader, had a great record for the middle school team as one of the lighter weights, and now he's in high school competing. We're glad he's part of our team.
Jose assumes the top position here in the 3rd round, 3-2, has the lead. Can't let
There's an
Mateo
opportunity
get up
for
here.
a cradle. He just didn't quite see it.
He's got his leg. He's got to get him back on the ground.
You bet.
Can't give up this escape here.
We kind of talked through things. Jose's allowed to lock his hands when that wrestler comes to his feet. But when you're just riding normally, you can't lock hands around the waist or you get that penalty point. So what he did there was legal. Now he's got to be careful here. You do not want to hang out on those knees.
You can't. He can't really give up any points here. It's the 3rd round. He's got just over a minute left. He's got a lead. He doesn't necessarily want to stall, but a little bit so he doesn't give up any points.
Sure, but right now he's not in a great position.
Yeah, he's got to get out of it.
He really needs to try to drive this back over and get back on top. Now, you see the referee has not awarded any points to the Wahluke wrestler because he hasn't separated yet. Now he's going to get a 2-point reversal, a standing 2-point reversal. Jose needs to crowd in him. Here we go. Here we go.
He's got him, and he gets those reversal points right back. Now has a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, needs to roll that wrist all the way to the shoulder and look for a half Nelson right here. He's got wrist control on that far side. Needs to pull it in tight. Stay behind those hips.
Try and kind of let go of it there. Can't let him.
You might look for a cradle. You may see him right here. Bring his arm around.
There you go.
He's thinking about it.
Arm around the leg.
He's got that cradle locked. Oh, but he gets flipped out of it.
Flipped out of it. Teetering on the out of bounds line. There's just 20 seconds left. He needs to get out of this. He can't give up any points. At this point, there's probably close to no way to make it up if he loses these points.
10 seconds left. If he can hold on to that leg, though, you're not going to see any points awarded.
He's just got to hang on. He's just got to hang on for 5 more seconds. No! He gives up 2 reversal points and is going to give near fall points. But at this point, it just doesn't matter as Victor Mateo takes home the victory in our first match by just a decision. And will earn 3 points for Wahluke, as you can see on our scoreboard in the top right corner of your screen.
You know, that was a very evenly contested match.
Yeah.
Obviously, both wrestlers. Hopefully, Jose can learn from it and see right at the end there. He just needed to drive a little better, stay behind some hips, and that's all part of the learning process. And, you know, as wrestlers, we just got to be able to analyze, reflect, grow from the things we do wrong, and keep capitalizing. So here we go. We're going to bump it up to 113 pounds. This is the lone senior for the Knights. This is Miguel Alcaraz, and he's taking on Leandro Busio for the Warriors.
He had his senior night on Tuesday. However, he didn't have a match. It was a forfeit for the Cougars. So I feel like we can kind of co-opt this to be his senior night
That's
in a way,
right.
too.
You bet. Yeah, you know, Miguel, I appreciate him coming out here. He's looking for a head and arm right here. He's one of these really tall, lanky seniors. Tell you what, he's got a great senior photo hanging on the wall over there. I think it's of all the ones up there. It's pretty good looking.
Yeah. I don't get a senior photo for this, unfortunately.
Well, we might try to get one with the broadcast headset on. Okay, Miguel, get on that single page. Here we go. He's going to take it down for two.
And there's those 2 points awarded into an early lead.
Yeah, he did a great job. Could have potentially looked to get back points if he could have secured that wrestler onto his back, but did a great job elevating that double leg takedown.
Definitely. And now he's just firmly in control. He's got him on his back. He's trying to pin those shoulders down. He's going to maybe get it.
Needs to sag back, get his head up, put all that weight through that grip.
Busio's doing a great job keeping his shoulders up, but Miguel is doing an even better job at just driving him back to the ground. They're teetering on the outside line there.
Yep, you can hear his coaches admonishing him to tee out. What that means, Peyton, is to get side, instead of getting directly on top of him, you want to walk your feet around his head, and that stops the bottom wrestler from rolling you over, as he almost did there.
They're going to get out of bounds, and 3 back points will be awarded to Miguel, who will take a 5-0 lead now.
Yeah, so again, as we continue to just educate new fans to the sport, anytime you can turn your opponent over onto their back and get what we call exposure, where they're at a 45-degree angle or more with their back toward the mat, the referee's going to start waving his hand, counting seconds. If you can pick up a 2 count or 2 seconds, that's worth 2 near fault. And if the ref can count all the way to 5, that is worth 3 near fault. Now Miguel in a little bit of trouble
in a
here.
precarious position here. He's going to start getting counted for back points. Miguel's trying to wiggle out of this.
That should be a headlock. That's an illegal hold.
That doesn't look legal. That doesn't look legal to me even.
Yeah, that referee, he was slow getting to that call. That was a headlock, and in our sport, the safety of our athletes, not allowed to fully lock the head without an arm. So what you saw there, Peyton, was 3 points awarded for the near fault, which happened before the headlock, and then the illegal move, and so 1 point to Miguel.
So Miguel keeps his lead, now 6-5. Just 7 seconds left in this round. Busio assumes the top position as Miguel attempts to escape. He rolls.
Yeah, Miguel went for that flip grabby. Not a bad choice when there's 5 seconds left on the clock. You got to move quickly, and he went for a move we call a flip grabby.
If it had worked, probably he would have gotten the escape point. And if it doesn't, no harm, no foul, we go to the second round.
Yep. Just need to get his feet cleared a little better on that flip grabby, but I appreciate him thinking, hey, I got short time. I need to go for a move that's fast acting.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll kick off the start of the second period here. 2 minutes back on the clock. 6-5. Miguel Alcaraz
assumes the down position.
Yep. So again,
Wahluke
their coaches are saying, hey, we can get
one.
away. Oh, okay, Wahluke took the top position.
Yeah.
So this Wahluke Warrior thinking, hey, maybe I'm good at cradles or some move. Oh,
he's
going to get the same move that got put on him, maybe.
This is the second match, so they would have that choice, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Okay, Miguel hit the exact same move.
Picked up some reversal points.
Oh, he's got to be careful not to get too high
here.
Can't get what he wants to do.
He can't get crucifixed here, and he gets the pin on that.
He was able to lean back and press the Wahluke Warrior's shoulder blades for 2 seconds into that mat.
I don't know if this counts for anything in wrestling here, in this kind of wrestling, but in a professional wrestling WWE sense, sometimes you'll see wrestlers like kind of tip them over so their shoulders are down for kind of a crucifix pin. I don't know if that's something that works here.
It certainly can. In that case, it did. Crucifix is a little more of an MMA term, and that's typically where you're on top of somebody and you're grounded and pounded. But no grounded and pounded in that style here. This is all wrestling.
All right,
we got a good matchup here, as we mentioned.
The Knights take the lead overall in the duel, now with a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, and let's talk about this.
Up to 120 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dennis Hernandez, who put in a great showing on Tuesday, has ditched the pink headgear. Wasn't he the one that had the pink headgear?
That was Kevin.
Oh, that was Kevin. Okay.
Yep.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry. Dennis Hernandez taking on Jose Valdivinos.
Yep. Now, Dennis, one of our guys that's been with us for much of his young life. His older brothers wrestled for the program. Nice shuck attempt there for Dennis. He's got to take it down to the mat to pick up those points. It's working now. He transitions to a double. He's got to drive that across the hip just like that. Picks up the 2.
And he's got a lead now.
At 2-0. So, yeah, Dennis's older brothers all wrestled for our program, and Dennis has that benefit of being the youngest of 4 brothers.
Yeah.
And you know they've been wrestling on that carpet.
In a wrestling family, that has to be so valuable, honestly. Just always 4 older brothers, you said, or
3 older brothers.
3 older brothers.
And they're all here tonight.
So that's definitely got a lot of experience wrestling people bigger, stronger than him, I would bet.
You bet.
And so then you have all that experience, you adjust to that, and then all of a sudden it's someone at the same, or probably at that point lower.
Yep.
Got to be a great advantage.
Yeah, now this, I'll tell you though, why we said this again, another one of these featured matches tonight, Jose Valdivinos, he also, I remember seeing this young man, he's been coming up the ranks as well. And so he is one of Wahluke's more experienced lightweights, and therefore, this should be a good matchup.
Yeah. Well, so far, only 2 points on the board for Hernandez.
Yeah,
with just 30
Dennis has
seconds
just
left.
snuck in an arm bar. So what he has right now, Peyton, is called a cross wrist and an arm bar. You can do a couple things. One thing you do is just drive it across. Another thing you do is you can tilt it. You can stack it. So Dennis is trying to stack it right now. He's trying. There he goes.
Trying to stack it. He's got the near fall points.
Yeah, he's going to crowd into that.
He's got his both shoulders down, not able to kind of kick out of that.
Yeah, that was a very nice turn. He's a famous college wrestler right now. For the Iowa Hawkeyes, who runs a similar offense, he's about to get it, folks.
He's about to get that pin if he can just keep that shoulder down. Round expires there.
Yeah, that's what we call saved by the bell, my friend.
3 back points awarded there to Hernandez. Takes a 5-0 lead. The Knights have their choice in this match. Hernandez chooses down.
Yep. Good choice.
Good choice. I think from what we've seen so far, I would assume that he'd be able to get out of this.
Yeah, the only time you would really say, hey, let's not go down is when you have a far superior wrestler than you, and maybe you'd say, hey, let's see what we can do on top. Or if a guy has a really good move that you're just a little apprehensive to try to fight out of. Like if he's a great cradle guy or a great leg rider, you may look for a different option. But the coaches trust Dennis. They trust that he's going to stay in good position and work towards an escape or a reversal.
Yeah, and it looks like he's looking towards that. He tried for a quick stand-up, didn't quite get it, but now he's on his feet, gets around. Now
he's going to try to double this back out.
Now he's got it. He's got reversal points and potentially a takedown.
Yeah, so if you get the reversal paid, that nullifies your ability to get the takedown. You've already got the 2 points, even if they come back to their feet.
All right. Well, regardless of that, Hernandez is now in control. Looks like he might be trying for a half Nelson. I'm not entirely sure. Once again, still not entirely familiar with most of the terminology and the moves with wrestling here, but that's what it looks like to me.
He's doing a good job of riding hips. A lot of pressure. You can see how hard it is for Valdivinos even to raise his hips off the mat. Dennis is trying to slip in that cross wrist ride and that arm bar again.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's got the cross wrist ride.
Tries to flip him off,
Shallow
doesn't quite get it.
arm bar.
And they're going to call out of bounds there.
Yep, 35 seconds left. Dennis up 7-0. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the 3rd match of the night. We've got...
If Dennis... sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
If Dennis picks up 1 more point here or more, he would then, and keeps that lead, he would then pick up a major decision, which I believe you said was 4 points?
That's correct. So right now, if the match were to end, Dennis up by 7, that's called a decision. Again, any victory by a margin of 1 point to 7 points is going to earn you 3 team points. But if we can get that victory margin to 8 all the way up to 14 points, we're going to pick up a major decision worth 4. Again, a victory by 15 points or more stops the match, and that's worth 5. And, of course, a pin or a forfeit worth 6. So you can see on the board right now the Knights currently leading this duel 6-3.
After a decision by Wahluke and a pin by Miguel Alcaraz. This time,
the Warriors electing to go for a neutral start position at the start of the third round.
Yeah, Valdivinas going to see what he can do on his feet.
What he can do is he tries to get a takedown, but gets countered.
Yeah, Dennis is in
by
a front
Dennis.
headlock here. He's got options out of this position. We'll see what he likes to do. Okay, so he's going to let it go and
He's gonna
circle
try-
around, look for that, attack that far leg, and he was able to scoop that back. Okay, now we're in a
Gets 2
position
points, so now in
where he
major
can elevate this
decision
back
territory.
leg. Yeah, he's going to elevate this back leg in this Turk position and frame the face and bring it toward the mat. Tough position to get a pin, but you're definitely going to get
But
some
he definitely
info.
got some good points there. As soon as the referee gets an opportunity, he will award those 3 points. He's holding up for Dennis.
Yeah, minute 7 now.
Just a minute.
Dennis is in a better
He
pinning combination here.
If he just holds this position, he'll pick up the major victory, but I feel like Dennis is probably a guy that wants that pin victory.
Yeah, let's see if he can hammer this thing down to the mat. He needs to drive his feet. He needs to press that Wahluke Warriors shoulder blades firmly to the mat. He's getting closer here.
He's getting closer, and he does. He picks up the pin to put the Knights up 12-3 here in this match, here in this duel.
Yeah, little fist pump there. He felt good about that one.
Yeah.
Able to secure that fall for himself and the team.
I hope our yearbook photographers got a good shot at that. I would love to use that in any future broadcasts or news reports that I have to put together. I really appreciate our yearbook team, Mr. Griffin, the yearbook teacher, and all the kids in yearbook class. I have to work with them a lot with as a thumbnail that you might have seen and on the RHS News that I produce. So, anyways, I'm rambling. Next up, we have 126-pounders for Royal, Thomas Antonio. He's a freshman. And for Wahluke, we have Josue Mendoza.
And I think this will be another matchup that's a pretty decent matchup between these two wrestlers. Mendoza for the Warriors, and a little more experience compared to some of their guys, and Thomas for the Knights. This is his second year. Came out as an 8th grader last year, and he was another one of those guys that stayed with us into the spring, just learning the sport and having fun with it. And he's a really hard worker. Got done with cross-country season in pretty good shape and came out here. And let's see if he can get on some attacks, though. This is an area that Thomas, he's got pretty good defense. He's a very good athlete. He's quick. But just building up that confidence and really figuring out what are my attacks going to be? How am I going to utilize my skills to take my opponent down?
Yeah, no doubt. As we kind of said on Tuesday, he had a great showing as well. I don't remember if he picked up the win or not, but either way, it was a very entertaining match to watch, and he definitely put up a good fight. And as he develops and continues in the sport, he'll be an amazing wrestler come his junior, senior year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see his progression. Thomas did a good job there of pulling the hand off that was kind of encased around his neck and what we call a collar tie. It's tough to score out of that, so Thomas was able to neutralize it by moving a position there. He needs to move his feet a little bit more, think about angles, thinking about getting that Wahluke Warrior off balance in some sense, not just standing flat-footed.
Yeah.
And those shots
Tries
right there,
for
you
a
see,
shot.
he's definitely trying, but there's limited setups. And so what we want to see out of Thomas more and more is for him to think about what's a way that I can really get my shot set up.
Yeah. Is that a stalling call? What was that?
You know, I didn't see what the call was
He
there.
did this.
Oh, okay. If a referee puts their Peyton's gesturing, we'll explain it at the break here. 6 seconds left. Thomas in on a single. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish it as the clock's going to expire here. So what Peyton was just mentioning, I couldn't see it because the ref was facing away.
Yeah.
But if the referee, if you picture him kind of putting two fists out by his side and then jamming those together over and over multiple times,
as if he was like fist bumping himself.
that's a great way to visualize it for our audience. When they do that, that's basically called a position where neither wrestler is advancing. It's called a stalemate. And so at that point, he'll blow the whistle, bring the wrestlers back up, and resume action. Again, our sport is one that's going to force action. You're not allowed to hang out and stall. And if you do stall, you'll get cautioned for it. Same time, if you're in a position where neither wrestler's really stalling, they're just kind of locked in a position that there's not action, the ref may blow the whistle and bring you back up to a starting position.
Yeah. So I was correct. That was a stalling call. I'm learning. Close to the out-of-bounds line as they're struggling, jockeying for position. Mendoza On top, though, Thomas Antonio is
Thomas
looking to break, and he does.
Yes.
He'll get the one escape point, which
Yep.
will put him in the lead.
Yeah, he did a nice shot there, Thomas. Almost got his feet underneath him. I'll tell you, this Wahluke wrestler, though, always in a front corner. Thomas got too flattened out there. You don't want to get flattened out. Oop, going to call it potentially dangerous after the takedown. So the Wahluke Warrior, Josue Mendoza, he picks up 2 points in the takedown. He hit a move there, Peyton, called a front quarter. Pretty aggressive on it. And Thomas got too stretched out. Needs to keep his weight underneath him a little better. And now with 1:05 left in this round, it's going to be really important that Thomas gets on the board with an escape or reversal.
Yeah. With just a minute left, he's only down by 1, but that 1 point obviously is a point that if the match was 10 now, he'd lose. So it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or by 4. If you win by obviously a larger margin, it doesn't matter points wise, but either way.
You know, that might have looked like it was really easy for Thomas to stand up there. What he did is he isolated with his left hand the Wahluke opponent's hand, his wrist, and he put it out behind him, and that meant that wrestler couldn't clasp his hands and get a lockup and bring him back down. So it's pretty technical what he did there. Thomas is getting better at that position. And this is the position, Peyton, that he's got to work on. He's got to work on his feet. He's got to work on his takedowns.
Yeah.
He's got to sprawl that leg back, put a lot of weight through it, and move. Don't hang out. Oh, he's going to go for it. Don't go for it. He went for a chin whip. He's got to step over hard. Not quite able to get that technique. You know, a chin whip is kind of a last resort effort. He kind of got in there and was thinking about it. He didn't throw it hard enough.
Mendoza, however, does pick up 2 points to take a lead into the third round.
Yeah, if you remember from 2 nights ago, this was a pretty similar position. Thomas was down by a point, and he rode it out and then got an illegal locking hands call and then let his opponent go, but not enough time for him to really work the action.
Yeah.
So, now he gave up a 2-point reversal, so 6-2 now.
Now he's got some ground to make up here. He's got to reverse it and get some back points. Sorry.
Yeah, and I hope Thomas will come back and rewatch this broadcast. And if you do, Thomas, this is a position right here. We want some constant motion. Here he's fighting some wrist, which is good. Now he's got to think about moving and maybe dragging out of this position, backing out of it, getting his one. There we go. Re-attack.
There we go. And he's going to get those reversal points. Now he's got to flip him over on his back and get some near fall points. Just real fast on that subject you kind of touched on. I did see a lot of the wrestlers around the school watching this broadcast back to kind of, it's just watching film. You see it in every sport. So if you are a wrestler that's watching this broadcast back and can hear me, we thank you for watching this and supporting us as we support you.
Yeah, we sent the link out, paid to the team, just saying, hey, at least fast forward, watch your match, learn from it.
Yeah.
That's something we can do. We can continue to analyze and reflect and say, hey, I'm doing this really well, but this part of my game plan, I got to pick it up and get better at it. So 42 seconds left.
Yeah.
Thomas down by 2. He's either got to turn his opponent here or let him go and take him to his back, but he's down by just, if you're down by 1, you want to let him go and try to take him down, but you're down by 2, it's a tough call.
Yeah. Really got to get something going here. He's only got 20 seconds left.
All right, so there's a fist in the air from the official. So now he is signifying stalling by the red wrestler, which in this case tonight, Wahluke has the red ankle bands, Royal in the green. Thomas trying to
flip him over, but he's going to run out of time. I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
Yeah, that match
just barely run out of time.
That match came down to takedowns, and unfortunately for Thomas, the Warrior was able to pick up a couple more, and that's all right. It's all part of the growing process. But that win's going to go to the Warriors by way of decision, 6-4 for Josue Mendoza.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. In a way, this might actually be better than just straight film of your match, because you do get some commentary, some tips from a former coach, as well as presumably your coach as well. So, again, wrestlers, if you're watching this, thank you.
And these guys know, man, I love our wrestlers. I just flat out love them. Really proud of them. Can't wait to watch them grow as they continue in the years to come. I will say, Josue Mendoza, I've been watching that kid from Wahluke, the kid that Thomas just wrestled. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler, and we wish him the best as well. All right.
Anyways, as we're rambling on about that, we have 132 pounds, Kevin Almonte, a freshman for Royal, And Diego Santiago, let's see if I can find him on this roster. He is also a freshman, it would appear, for Wahluke.
Yeah, Santiago in on a double. He's got his head out now, which is a little bit tougher for Kevin, but Kevin doing a great job. Remember we talked about this wild man. A great job of kind of defending by grabbing ankles, and now he's got a crossface on. What he wants to do here, Peyton, is really get that leg long, put a lot of weight through that shoulder, and spin behind. There he's able to do it.
Yeah. Kevin, he was really fun to watch on Tuesday, especially. I remember that. You said it. He's a wild man, and you can tell that by his pink headgear. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, Kevin's
really put up a good fight, and he's one of the more experienced ones, if I remember correctly.
Yep, came through the little guy program. He'll be a good one. Kevin just was working a move right here called a ball and chain. What he was able to do is to capture the opponent's wrist through the legs, and there's a number of different offensive moves you can do. He let that go, though. Now he's got a tight waist and a wrist ride. Doing a good job of being heavy.
Yeah.
You know, you wanna just kind of take the gas out of the guy on bottom. You wanna make sure. Here we go. We got a leg right in. We were just working with him on the wrestling room a little bit. We'll see if he can elevate that hip. He wants to be able to use his left leg. Oh, nice crossface there.
Crossface,
there,
yeah.
That crossface helped kind of convince that wrestler, like, oh, I don't want to stay in this position. Good job. He needs to keep his hips up and keep height. He might get the pin out of this.
He might get the pin. He's only got
Close.
20 seconds to do it. I don't think he got any count on a near fall point there.
Yep. So we
He
call
does
this.
have a 2-0 lead, though, heading into 10 seconds left.
Okay, now he's going to get the 3 points because he let go of that hold. He goes right back in on the leg rides. Another vicious crossface.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little too vicious for that official. I get it. This is college. They basically, you throw punches, but this is high school wrestling. So
Yeah, I would definitely want to be safe here, especially at the high school level. I have seen this referee before. I know on Tuesday you knew the name of our referee, and you might know this one's name. I have seen him before, and he's been. I haven't had any, I haven't seen anyone really having much issue with him. That's probably the right call there. That was a bit of an aggressive crossface. So
yeah, again, the way I look at it, Peyton, you have to kind of look at the move relative to the athletes on the mat. So if we were talking about two state champions going head to head, and it is a battle, they're going to let moves be a little bit more aggressive just because of the nature of how high caliber those athletes are. Here we've got two younger wrestlers, freshmen on the mat, and the ref is trying to say, hey, tone it down a little bit, do your moves, maybe not smack across the face so hard. But, same time, Kevin's learning how to wrestle, and we don't mind a little bit of extra oomph as long as we're not being, unsportsmanlike.
So, Wahluke, Santiago chooses the neutral position. So they will fight for some takedown points here.
Yep, second round, Kevin Almonte up 5-1. Just attempted a swing single, needed to finish a little bit further. Oh, don't let him go behind here, though, buddy. Facing, you can hear the coaches.
You got to get around.
He got put in a cradle, but he's attacking that far leg. He might
pick up a pin on it.
Yeah, might
not
be a
necessarily on
defensive
accident,
pin.
but
yeah, Kevin did a good job of cutting across.
He's going to get some near fall points.
Or the leg on that cradle.
Gets the 5. Oh no!
So he's calling a 2-point takedown.
2-point takedown.
He'll hold off on giving those near fall.
And he's going to just pin him anyways. Doesn't matter.
Pin, yeah.
18-6 lead now for the Knights.
Yeah, so when you watch that back, Kevin, if you do, what he wanted to do there was not stop moving. He stopped moving. That Wahluke wrestler picked up a cradle. And Kevin was in a pretty precarious position, but did a really good job defending that, getting height, reaching across, keeping his height on top of the opponent, and eventually be able to secure that fall.
All right. So here, next up, 138 pounds. We got Fort Royal Jesus Morales. His grade is not listed here, so
he's a freshman.
He's a freshman. All right. Yeah, I have this other sheet here that he is not on for some reason. So against Alex Tapia for Wahluke. Alex, if he is on this.
Yeah, Jesus. I love watching this guy, man. He's a grinder. He's not afraid to attack. You can see him working right now to get this Russian arm tie, bringing the action at his opponent. Well, changing levels.
If Alex is a nickname for Alejandro, he is a sophomore. If it isn't,
beautiful
he's
shot
not
right
on
there.
this roster. So,
referee's kind of in your way, but we were able to see Jesus uncork a super fast high crotch attack, doubled it out.
The headgear,
got the 2 takedown.
Headgear fell off there for Tapia, so we'll get a stoppage real fast for him to fix that.
Yeah, anytime the
enlisting the help of his coach.
anytime the headgear comes off, there's a couple things with that, Peyton. If the wrestlers are in a position where there's not there's not imminent danger, then they'll stop it. If Jesus would have taken him down, and let's say he put him to his back, and the Wahluke wrestler was trying to fight off his back, the referee would have let the action continue.
Until they were kind of in a safer spot for
or
that.
in a spot where there's not imminent action,
Yeah.
imminent danger. Yep.
Yeah.
Again, headgear.
Don't want to call off a pin, like call off a potential pin.
You bet. And it's not a penalty point when the headgear come off. It's just a gear malfunction, and they get them reset.
Yeah. Headgear there is to protect our wrestlers, as we've mentioned multiple times. Safety is of the utmost priority in all high school sports, really.
You bet. Cauliflower ear is something that happens occasionally, and some wrestlers look at it as a badge of honor of the time they put into it. But
someone out there has to like cauliflower ear.
Well, I'm sure that some do. Jesus doing a nice job picking up the reversal, and in on. Boy, he's in on a. Sorry, it wasn't a reversal. What was it?
You're asking me.
We were talking tonight.
We again got a faulty headgear.
Oh, you know what? He is giving him.
But they are given a penalty points there.
Yeah, they gave
a penalty call against the Knights. Morales on that. I'm not entirely sure what for.
He signified a full Nelson. I didn't see it.
Maybe. I'm sure this has happened to you at home on your screen, but sometimes the referee blocks our view, kind of blocks your view also with his positioning. We really only have the one camera, two if you want to include the our mini cam that's showing you the scoreboard there, but setting up a second camera is possible. It's just logistically a bit of a nightmare. So
that call, they might have both carried out of bounds, but the official gets to make the call, and it looks like the coaching staff for the Knights aren't going to argue it. But it looked to me like loss of control happened after both wrestlers stepped out. But nonetheless, we're back on our feet. Jesus doesn't seem to mind. He's going to nice snap down attempt.
Yeah, really aggressive on that takedown attempt.
Yeah, Tapia is. He's kind of one of these constant motion guys, and Jesus needs to stay with him in that motion. But Jesus needs to not worry about what his motion is. We got to get into our own motion and get into our own holds.
Drops him down, is looking for something. Don't really know what, but
he's in a front head series here. He needs to get after it.
Obviously, the ultimate goal would be to roll him over to his back. I'm not sure how exactly you do that, but
he's in a position where we're looking for a head in the hole here.
I feel like the important thing there was that he didn't let him get up onto his feet for escape points. I don't know if that would have been.
Well, he already earned that escape, so they're actually in the neutral position. He was trying to get around behind. But I will tell you, Jesus got a good gas tank. He's mentally strong. As they enter the second round, 4-3, got full confidence
first round.
Got full confidence that he's gonna really open this match up here in the rounds, the later rounds. That is. So stand up.
Quick to stand up, doesn't quite get the hands off him though.
Here's a switch attempt.
Back down.
He's gonna double this out.
He's got his leg. Drives him up, looking to drive his feet and get him onto his back.
Yeah,
gets the reversal points.
It's like you say, I really like that when he hit that switch attempt and he drove across, got his opponent to this hip, he was looking to take it to the back, Tapia able to counter, but I like that he was looking for that as a secondary points there.
Yeah, and now they're close to the out-of-bounds line. The referee closely watching that. As Morales.
There we go. And he's a redirect that just like that.
Looks to roll him over. He's got one shoulder. Just needs to drive his feet more. Got him onto his back.
Boy, he just
Tapia is
high.
quickly able to get on top and earn himself 2 reversal points. Now Tapia is only down by 1 by a score of 6-5.
Yeah, he did a great job in move position we call U-high or redirect. Jesus did. Just got a bit fast right there. Here we go. Finish this. Get your head up. Drive through it. Drive through it. Drive through it. There you go.
Put those feet to the ground and drive through. As we mentioned a few times before. Now Morales, Jesus will get.
I think you're going to see this Warrior slow down, and Jesus is not going to slow down.
Jesus is not going to slow down. As we mentioned at the beginning of the round, he's got a gas tank, and he's getting near fall points here. Nearly kicking the referee, but
I think if Jesus can
Morales-
withstand some of these, it's going to tire that wrestler
Tapia
out.
is trying to kick out.
He
Trying
is.
to kick out and get around, but Morales just keeps not letting him, pushing him back over, and I feel like that's a lot of energy wasted there by Tapia.
Yeah, you look at the body language on bottom. It's just it's slowing down. If Jesus can just get a deep half in here, I think it might be trouble. Now, Wahluke Warriors not moving his hips. This
10 seconds left in the round. He will get a bit of a breather here if Morales cannot. Yeah, he's not going to be able to roll him over in time. So a bit of a breather here for Tapia, but I don't.
Yeah,
It's not very long.
you know,
It's not a UFC round break where you get water and a Band-Aid and a pep talk. You just
no.
you want to be
Look at his coach and
you
say, "Where do you want me, coach?"
you
And the
want
coach,
to be up or down? All right, let's go.
Yeah, you're right. This is not UFC with 1 minute breaks in between the rounds. And this is why, Peyton, wrestlers have to be in such great shape. It looks, as you watch the screen, you're like, hey, they're not going on a 3-mile run. There's just a circle. You're just going to do battle in there if anybody's ever
It's
wrestled
just a
before.
circle, and for the most part, they're just laying against each other. But
yeah,
no, that,
but it's
while they're-
every
they're-
muscle group involved, all hands on deck, and it'll take you to the brink. So
it may look like they're kind of just laying there still, but they absolutely are not. They're constantly struggling against each other, might against might, muscle against muscle, trying to get out of the whatever position they're in or get into a better one if you're on top or bottom, depending on where you're at there.
you know, years ago, one of our junior high coaches, Jose Barajas. Jose, if you're listening, bud, we appreciate you. He's been a little sick today, but when he was a high schooler, he won the state title. Here we go. Jesus, we'll come back to that story, but he's got a half in here, and I think if he can just settle his weight on it.
Closely watching. He's got 3 points indicated if he doesn't get this pin here, and he's going to call for the pin for Morales. 6 more points for the Knights to put them up 24-6 overall.
Yeah, that one kind of went to script. You could see Jesus just keep wearing him down and wearing him down and wearing him down. And he kept going, and that's a credit to his work ethic.
So now we head into a host of forfeits. 145, Shea Stevenson, a captain earlier. He put on a great showing on Tuesday against the Warden Cougars. So that's 6 points for Royal. 152, Mario De La Rosa, another freshman. I don't believe he had a match on Tuesday.
He did.
He did? Okay.
He lost his, yep.
I didn't quite remember that. But good showing again. 160, Danny Chavez. I don't see him running out there.
Sometimes these wrestlers, they got to realize, hey, it's going to go back to back to back. To back.
he's still getting his stuff on.
You can see him in the corner of your screen. Now, the coaches are holding him. They're saying, hey, you have to have your headgear and your straps up. Otherwise, Peyton, it's actually a technical violation, and a team point is deducted. So
interesting.
That's why you gotta be all strapped up.
Danny Chavez, another one that had a really good showing. Didn't quite. Did he pick up? No. Aaron Garnick, a junior. Both Danny Chavez was also a junior. Aaron Garnick, a junior, put on once again another great show against a wrestler that he'd wrestled a few times before. And 182, Alejandro Bastillos.
Yeah, Bastillos, he had one of the best matches this last Tuesday. Close match, ended up pulling it off.
So and then 195, neither team has one. Is that
That's gonna be a double forfeit?
That just canceled each other out.
Yeah, no points awarded.
No points even awarded. So now we go into 220. Kevin Evangelista and Anthony for the Knights. He's a sophomore. And Anthony Zambrano for the Warriors.
Just waved to the to the camera here. Now Zambrano, he is. I'll tell you what, Peyton. He's a good wrestler. When Zambrano was a sophomore, I thought, oh, he's a senior. He's got to be a senior. Look at that mustache. So, he's now a senior. This is a couple of years later.
So I believe I heard earlier while I was setting up Wahluke Wrestler talking on the phone to someone saying, hey, on YouTube, Royal SD Live. It says they're streaming and there's someone setting up. So if you are the person that I would assume Zambrano was talking to and you're tuned in, thank you for watching
Thanks for
our
tuning
stream. We thank you for that.
Yep, Zambrano.
Unfortunately, we hope that the Knights wrestler picks up the victory here, but really overall we just hope for a good match.
Yeah, well, this is Ismael Sosa, and we're glad to have him. He's a freshman and came out last year for the first time to learn wrestling, and he's obviously going to be in a tough matchup here tonight against the senior and former. Last year, I believe, Zambrano made it to the state championships, and so we wish him the best in his postseason run. But Ishmael's job right now is just to try to stay in position, make this match last as long as we can, and keep growing as a wrestler. You know, it's actually an honor. As much as sometimes people want to avoid tough competition in any sport, I always think the best way for our wrestlers to grow is to go out there, take on tough competition, learn from it, get better.
Yeah, of course. Always, always, always you want competition. Competition makes you better.
100%.
Quick escape there. Oh, sorry.
Yep, Zambrano able to pick up the 1-point escape. So he's
got a 5-1 score now.
You know, I like that Ismail's going in on a shot here. You know you're against a better wrestler, stronger wrestler, older wrestler, but you got to try your stuff.
Headgear's going to pop off there. They'll see if Sosa can get up and get some escape points. No, he's wretched back down to the ground. 2 points.
Yeah,
held up there for Zambrano.
He was corking that one, getting ready.
He's going to get some near fall points here. Sorry, words slipped my mind there. And Zambrano looks like he could be carrying on a conversation with someone in the crowd with how
got to be careful about unsportsmanlike, but you know, obviously he's a
I'm not saying he's doing that. It's saying that's kind of the position he's in here. He's just kind of got him. He's kind of push him over, and he does eventually get him over for the pin. So that is 6 points for the Warriors. Unfortunately, after those forfeits, that's not going to really matter. If you take away the forfeits, it's still only around 24, I believe, to 12.
Yep,
something like that.
Certainly a closer match.
All right, so now with 285, we have Anthony Cuevas for the Warriors, and for the Knights, Kevin Paz, who is normally the Knights' 220-pounder, I believe he said.
Yep, they're bumping him up here.
So he's bumped up quite a bit.
I think part of that was to give Ishmael a match.
Yeah, give Ishmael a match, give Cuevas here a match also.
Yeah.
A lot of respect in wrestling, I have learned, and that's a great thing all around. From every sport, you should be seeing that.
Yep. So Kevin, he's definitely. If you can't see it on your screen, I'll explain it to you. He's giving up some serious weight here. So what he's going to want to do, Peyton, is be really careful not to get underneath that more opposing, dominant as far as the weight factor goes, opponent. So staying in position, moving your feet, strike fast.
Well, we talked about on Tuesday's broadcast the difference that even 7 pounds makes.
Oh, sure.
7 pounds. I believe there was a wrestler that was coming up a little bit. 7 pounds we talked about how that can be a big difference. So 60 pounds? Yeah, that's definitely a big difference.
Yeah,
you're not used to wrestling guys that size. They got a lot more size to use against you. But Kevin is doing a great job staying on his feet, not letting himself get underneath.
Yeah, and then the other thing you got to remember is that bigger bodies take a little more energy to move. So the deeper you can take this match into a little bit of deeper water, the advantage is going to swing a little bit more your way. So this is also going to be a tactical decision here with 26 seconds left in the opening period. You know, what will Royal do? Will they put their wrestler in the bottom position? I don't think they'll aim for that. But
yeah, I don't know about that one.
What will Wahluke do if it's their choice? So this is going to be a little bit of cat and mouse. Right now, he's got to be careful.
Got to be careful. He could get taken down here. There's 10 seconds left, and he is going to get that takedown.
Here comes a
now he's in a
half.
Precarious position as he's got that.
Good job defending that force half.
Paz tries to get up.
Good motion now.
Good movement there from Cuevas at the end of that round. He does pick up the 2 points on the takedown, as we said.
And unfortunately, it's Wahluke's choice, and this is one of those deals that you wish you could have had second period choice because Kevin, he's got to move like he's never moved before to get big. And you see the Wahluke Warrior, he's really breathing too. If you can get out of this,
he could
advantage back your direction.
Yeah,
Kevin, we need to get this thing started quick while he's still huffing puffing a little bit. Kevin's got to move right now.
Kevin's got to.
He does not want to go
struggles
flat.
And he gets
that powerhouse going to come back.
Flattened down.
Get his hips up.
He's getting his hips up. He's trying to stand up.
You do not
tried to get his feet under him. Didn't quite get it.
Watch pancake here. He's doing a good job, though. If he can Maintain position and right now.
Gets
right now,
out.
escape. There you
Escapes.
go.
Gets the points.
Good job, Kevin. Excellent timing. The Wahluke Warrior went from the front. Was going
Yeah.
to try to spin up around, get what we call go behind.
So
And Kevin felt it and stood right up and got out of there.
as you kind of mentioned, just inherently with a bigger body, you're going to move a little bit slower. So Kevin does have a bit of a speed and movement advantage there, which you did see him use that to his advantage.
You bet. What Kevin wants to do right now is push this guy. In other words, get in there, start moving him around, snap his head, make him have to just kind of use more and more movement and muscle groups, and try to just take that gas tank out. Keep moving.
He's in a precarious position here. Can he slip away? He's got his arm tied up there, and he does.
Good job. Yep. Just keep forcing the action. Get heavy on his head. Now you start trying to pull him underneath you in these later rounds when maybe the strength isn't. There he goes. He's getting on some snaps.
Yeah.
And every time you do that,
Loses
that
his
wrestler
grip
has
on
to
that one as they break.
use some muscles to hold his body up, and that's what we want.
Sizing each other back up. Looks to tie up again. Holding their hands now. Kind of button heads.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of squaring up with him.
Kevin's trying to
Keeping head position. Tell you the difference
Separating again.
1 year. Kevin last year, this would have been a quick match. Kevin 1 year later, now he's making a match out of this. 15 seconds.
We just have 15 seconds left in this period. See if we get any action here.
Another tactical decision for the Knights coming up, Kevin.
Don't
Kevin.
let yourself get taken down.
Yeah.
Stay up. You only got... all right.
All right, now it's our choice. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knights take a shot on top.
Yeah, all right, they're signaling for neutral position over there on the bench.
You know, I might have, down by 3, I might have elected to have Kevin start on top, maybe try to go for a tight waist far ankle and just see if you can get the guy flat. I mean, we've been here a bit. It hasn't quite been to our advantage, but maybe Kevin's able to.
We'll see what happens here.
Yep.
In this third round, as you said, the gas tank could be getting close to running empty here for Cuevas. Tying up again.
Yeah, Kevin's
Snap.
he's doing a fine
Keep
job
trying to snap him.
of moving his feet. Here he's a circle. Don't stop moving.
Nope.
Not where
He's
we
going
want
to
to
get
go.
another takedown call. Kevin still not letting him drive on that
Now, if Kevin
on that half.
this is not
Get
where
him
we wanna
flipped
be.
over. There it is again.
Yeah, this is where that big guy can take all of his weight and put it over the top, so
Yeah.
he might be in trouble
Just
here.
rolls him out. Look at the roll over, getting his arm out of there. Kevin's trying to keep his hips up, but this is probably going to be a pin victory here for Cuevas. Yep. And that
Solid
is
match, though.
helps him up. I really appreciate seeing that helping him up, too.
You bet. Solid match out of Kevin.
Yep. Solid match out of Kevin. Cuevas takes home the win there. So we that was a good showing from Kevin, as we said, and the Knights take home that this duel. Again, the forfeits kind of put a damper on that score. It was about 50. It was about 54 to, I believe, 18-ish. Would have been a lot closer without the forfeits. It's all right.
Well, again, if we could have got some mat action against some of our guys, I think we would have been okay there as well. But
Yeah, well,
it is what it is.
you can never say that for sure. So now we got some, I believe, extra matches.
Yeah, we're going to have some exhibition here. Looks like
From the boys.
Carlos Barajas is going to go back and run it back.
132 Carlos Barajas against. This could be anyone. Just those are Quincy. That says Quincy up there. Does it say? I don't know. Our roster here is a little, a little, not entirely sure about it. So we apologize for that. And they're going to get called for being out of bounds on that one. So, sorry about that. We had a bit of a distraction there from my dad. Thanks, Dad. As
All right,
once again,
we've got
Barajas
our man
is
Carlos
tied up.
Looks to
Cross-country
take him down.
gangster. Love his scrappy-ness. Needs to get some
he's
weight
got him
on
in-
that
he's
head.
got him in a
with
good
those legs
position
back.
here.
Good job pushing that head down. Now what he's got to do is he's got to sneak that past that arm that's out on his leg
They're
there.
going to go out of bounds again. Minute 17 left. That mic is on. Just letting you know over there. Tying up again.
Yep, got to be careful about getting our arms too straight on those tie-ups. We want to make sure that they're
Shoots
in position.
Wahluke
So good
shoots.
sprawl.
Shoots for that single, but sprawls out of it. Now looking to tie him up and get some points here. Wahluke wrestler's doing a great job driving his feet around and has got on the back, and now he's got 2 points for the takedown. That's the first points on the board with 50 seconds left.
Yeah. Carlos did a good initial sprawl, and then he got put to
Gets him
his
flipped
hip.
over, though. Carlos is able to continue rolling, though. Get onto his stomach to avoid near fall points. Standing up, got to break that grip. Gets taken back down to the mat.
Yeah, that position, you don't want to reach back. What you want to try to do is bring your knees underneath you. You never want to go from your feet all the way to your belly. You think about that amount of energy expenditure that you've now got to put back into getting into the same position you just were. So if somebody delivers you from your feet, you want to get your knees underneath you so that at worst we get back to our base.
We're going to get called for, is that an illegal move signaled there? What was
anytime the hand goes on the back of the head by the official, that's just called potentially dangerous. And he's signifying that, in this case, Carlos's arm got bent in a position that if the Wahluke Warrior wrestler would have kept driving, it could have been an injury type of situation. So it was the right call.
Yep.
All right. It wasn't in any near fault.
Sounds good to me. There's 16
Criteria.
seconds left in the first round. Carlos quick to stand up. He's just got to break that grip, and he'll earn his points. And he does.
He's going to get at least one. He's
going to get at least one.
This cow catcher over there. Here we go.
He's onto his back. He's getting counted for a near fall. Referee's looking close for the pin. Looks like he might have been just about to signal it as time expires. So
another one of those saved by the buzzers.
Yeah. So he gets the takedown, and he gets 3 near fall points.
Yep. So 5-2. That's again one of the beauties of our sport. You can be down in a match. You can be in trouble, and then hit a move, put somebody to their back, and you can end it. So Carlos almost ending that, but again the buzzer sounding there. So we'll enter the second period now with 2 minutes on the clock, and Carlos up 5-2.
Yep. Electing the down position, I believe. I believe he won that coin toss flip.
Yeah, just to give a little insight, Carlos is doing a wonderful job of standing up. He's got a lot of quick twitch muscle fiber. Get your head up, Carlos.
He's been standing up, and as you saw one time, he broke the grip and was able to get into that reversal, get those points off that. One time he did stand up, didn't quite get the
that's
hands
one
off
thing.
him and got
As
back
he
down to the mat.
rewatches this broadcast, what he's going to want to do, Peyton, when he stands up, that should have been called potentially a full Nelson there. Maybe he slid it out of time. But when he stands up, he really wants to get hand control. We work on that a lot with our athletes. And he knows how to do it. He's just got to put it to muscle memory.
Out of bounds called there.
So let's see on this stand-up here, Peyton, if that's what he does. There's other moves. But when he stands up, you want to see his hand attacking wrist control. Let's see what he does. Okay, we're up to the feet. There's that wrist control.
There it is. There it is, exactly what you said. Can he get it? No, he gets brought back. Nope, he's got the reversal points.
Yeah, that was better.
To put him up 7-2.
Okay, he wants to keep his hips off that mat, driving into his opponent here. Getting a tight waist with that right hand and trying to break him down flat, which he's doing right now. Now you want to go under those arms, and you want to start looking for wrist control.
Hook some ankles, looking to get wrist control. He's on the far side of our vision, probably on your screen as well, so I can't exactly see from my angle, but I'm sure that's what he's doing.
7-2, though, his action's going to carry probably out of bounds here. 7-2 with 42 seconds left in the second period.
Kind of looked like the Wahluke wrestler was kind of crawling a little bit to get out of bounds and get that bit of a reset.
Yeah, and
we talked about a bit of strategy to that on Tuesday.
You can kind of crawl your way a little bit, but if you're trying to evade a hold, the referee will call you for a penalty, and he'll award 1 point for fleeing the mat. So that was probably the right call. It wasn't quite a full out. Oh, nice.
Oh, good reversal there.
Attempt.
Now he's within 3, 7-4. Though Carlos is able to get up and get that 1 point.
At what point, Ben, are you officially out of bounds?
It's when both wrestlers, if you think about kind of like center of mass, whatever my supporting weight's on. So if I just have like a toe still in and everything else is dragging out of bounds and all my weight's on my knees or whatever, they'll call it out. But you know the rules have changed. You can now pin an opponent with their back being out of bounds as long as my supporting weight is in bounds.
Out of bounds called again there.
You don't have to be fully entirely out of the big circle.
So out of bounds called there. That is a neutral out of bounds. Just under 10 seconds left. Don't expect really much action here.
Now, do you remember
he does
time?
shoot that.
This is one of those things. Remember last time? We said it with Carlos. He was up in a match on Tuesday, and he dove in on a shot and got put to his back. This is a deal right now. Peyton, he's up by 4. Okay, what's that Wahluke Warrior going to have to do to beat him? He's going to have to score a lot of points.
And so in this case, takedown, a reversal. He's got to get some back time.
He would maybe have to get 4 takedowns in a row with escape points and all that stuff. So Carlos needs to be smart here. This is about growing your acumen as a wrestler. What do I need to do to keep this advantage? Now, I like him being aggressive, but I want him to do it while he's in position.
Yeah. I would like to mention a bit earlier, you did hear the voice of my dad, Neil Livingston. He's up here with us. He's got a mic on. He's really up here just to listen to me, so he can be proud of me. But if he's up here and he's got a headset on, might as well turn his mic on if he's got some stuff to say, you know?
There you go. He wants to get under both those arms. That's right. We're glad to have Neil Livingston up in the booth with us. Okay, you see right here, Peyton, he's getting that tight waist on with that right hand. That's good. Now we're going underneath. We're rolling those wrists. What that does, Peyton, is that makes it really hard for your opponent to be able to escape easily. You're controlling a big portion of their body with that. Now a nice half. He's going to drive
him
it
over.
He's got to sag back.
Got to get that other down.
Keep height.
Wahluke wrestler's trying to grab him and reverse points there.
So we're going to pick up 2 on the near fault, and then they're going to pick up 2 on the reversal to kind of nullify. So it's still a 4-point lead.
It's almost like that reversal
seconds.
took it. He just put too much energy into it and just took it too far.
That's kind of a timing issue. You want to go fast to start getting them over, but as soon as you feel like they're going over, slow it down. Slow it down and get that control.
So...
And Carlos wants to, again, build his hips up. Maybe hit a little knee slide. There he's able to get his knees underneath him. That's good. Now think about hand control.
Gets up, stands up again. Can he break that grip? Nope, not quite. Gets brought back down to the mat. 20 seconds left. He will unless the Wahluke wrestler here can pick up some. They're going to carry out of bounds. 15 seconds left. Unless the Wahluke wrestler can pick up some points here, this match is likely to go to a decision. Go off.
A decision
with
victory.
A decision for Carlos Barajas.
You know, we talked about Carlos being one of our top cross-country runners, and he does have a gas tank. I love watching him wrestle, even though he's only a second-year wrestler. There's no quit. You know, and what he doesn't know yet, he will learn. Great
there's
job
an escape
there.
point.
You know, he could have just said, hey, I'm up by 4. I'm just going to sit here. Nope. We're going to keep getting some points. Now, this is where you want to, again, be smart.
Yeah, this is where shoots
a
double
good sprawl.
It's good sprawl. As time expires, 11-6 victory.
Yeah, he sure is coming
for
along.
Carlos Barajas.
Great match out of Carlos tonight.
Yep, that's great. Great showing there from Carlos, as he said, and the Wahluke wrestler there. Again, we don't have his name for sure, so we apologize if you are from Wahluke and you know who that is, and you're yelling at your device.
Yeah, excited we get to run this opportunity back for Jose Herjon here. As it's maybe one of the last matches before we get into the girls' senior night. We'll talk about that in a second, but really glad Jose gets another opportunity. You know, Jose's a lightweight, 106-pounder. Sometimes, Peyton, you go to some of these duels, and not every team, especially the 1As, has a lightweight, and so sometimes he doesn't get matches, so it's great that tonight he's going to get 2 in on a double here. He's got to get his hips underneath him, look to get his head out to one side, and drive across.
So I'm not going to say that this is for sure, but we do have a 106-pounder listed here in the extras, Saul Castro. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct.
Here we go. So he's in a great position.
Great position. He's looking to roll him over.
This is where you want to just slow it down. You want to get a tight grip.
He's getting
tee out.
He's getting near fall points. He's got the shoulders down.
Sag
Not
back
for long
now.
enough though. Just sag back. Push that older shoulder into the ground. Nearly, and he's gonna get the pin.
Nice effort out of Jose.
Good job there, Jose.
Yeah, well done. Great to see a wrestler, lose the first one, come back, be mentally composed,
and he gets the second one.
Yeah, get after it.
So, we next up is the girls' senior night. They will also have a duel against the Warriors here, I believe. So, we'll see exactly what the schedule here is. We do have If it's the acknowledgments, we will have that on. I don't know exactly if we'll be doing much commentary over that, but we will be showing that and have our crowd mic on. If we get a little bit of a break here, we do have a senior spotlight for one of our senior wrestlers, Alondra Morales, that will play whenever, if we can get a chance on that. That's been out for a while, and it's mainly focused on soccer, but she does talk a little bit about her wrestling experience and career, and we really just want to play that, make sure as many people see that, as the people that work on those work really hard as well, and we want to spotlight not only Alondra, but them as well, but also, Alondra, it's her interview.
Absolutely.
On her senior night. So we'll see exactly what the schedule here is.
Yeah, that's going to wrap up the guys' duel with a couple exhibition matches. The night men's program is off this weekend. They're going to take a weekend to kind of rest up, recoup, and get ready for district action, which will be hosted at the home site 1 week from this Saturday. So come on out and support our guys' night wrestling program.
All right, well, I think we'll just kind of wait and see what's going on here. We're going to take a quick break. I'll mute our mics. So you're watching Royal Knights Wrestling on Royal SD Live. All right, so as you might be able to hear on the crowd mic there, we are going into the senior presentations here. I'll monkey around with the camera a little bit, see if we can zoom it in a little better depending on where they're at. We'll leave the crowd mic on loud enough that you hopefully can able hear and understand that. But I'll have my mic on standby as well if I deem that we can't. So. So if you couldn't hear, this is Ivy DeLay, parents Joanne and Kim DeLay. Ivy is a senior, 125 pounds. You'll see her wrestle later tonight. She is also a soccer player and a track runner. Great out there on the soccer field, very aggressive here on the mat. So we appreciate Ivy and her contributions to the girls wrestling team.
This young lady will be missed dearly. All right, next up, this young lady will be missed dearly. She's our returning state champion as well, the first girl state champion in aspect. She's going to be headed to the next level. We just don't know where or how or when. But again, I'm honored to say Alondra Morales.
As you might have been able to hear there, our next wrestler at 145 pounds, the reigning, defending, undisputed Washington 1A Girls Wrestling State Champion, Alondra Morales, and her parents Marcos and Heidi Morales. As we said, state champion last year, the first ever girls state champion wrestler for Royal overall. She's an amazing wrestler, again, another soccer player, a very integral part of the soccer team, and a great, amazing wrestler. I'm looking forward to see her wrestle tonight, as she's just great. Say that again.
Undefeated this year?
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the truth. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have records. I would not be surprised though. She's a very skilled, a very talented wrestler. She will be tough to beat.
She did take first place last weekend at the Othello tournament. I know that for sure.
All right, and as once again you might have been able to hear our cheerleader, our lone senior girls cheerleader for winter cheer, Haley Asensio, along with her parents Dulce and Miguel Asensio. I believe she has been a winter cheerleader her entire high school career. And she, as you might have been able to hear Vice Principal Randy Miller say, she's a great young lady and a great cheerleader. I know that the entire cheer team loves to have her. I'm fairly certain she is the captain, so it's nice to honor her here tonight along with our other girls, seniors, for wrestling. Sorry, man, I didn't have your mic on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It looks like the little guy wrestling program is starting to flood out of practice over there, so plenty of bodies leaving that. Again, if you have a young boy or girl in the community
camera here,
and you'd like to sign them up for the Royal Wrestling program, they're welcome to come join us. We train on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 7:30.
Yeah. All right, so I don't know if we'll get some kind of warm-ups here or face-off here. I do really quick. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the face-off, so I am going to play this senior spotlight for Alondra. It's about a minute and a half long, so I do want to play that just as our senior night.
What's your name, what sport do you play, and what is your position?
My name is Alondra Morales. I play soccer, and I'm defensive mid.
Briefly tell me about yourself and describe your background.
Well, in soccer, I've been playing soccer growing up. I grew up watching my sister play soccer, and I always just wanted to play. I wanted to be like her. As a young athlete, definitely like my mom. She's like really fast. And so is my whole family's athletic, so I just grew up watching them play sports and be good at it, and I wanted to be good too.
How long have you played soccer?
My whole life.
What are your strengths on the team this year, and what do you expect out of Royal Soccer this year?
I expect a lot. We have like a good, hardworking group of girls. We just need to get like our head on straight, and when we really want something, we go and get it, and we get it done. I expect a lot out of our team this year, and some of my strengths on the field would probably just be aggressiveness. I don't have that much ball control, but we don't need any. We don't need ball control.
What's your favorite story or experience from soccer this year or the past years that you've been playing?
My favorite out of the past years would definitely be beating Mattawa, their senior night. That was that was my favorite. Go Knights. Bleed black and gold.
All right, coming out of that senior spotlight for Alondra, as we mentioned, those are made by Haley Pearson and Denton Jenks. They're up on this YouTube channel, Royal SD Live. There's a bunch of them for these senior class athletes, and they continue to come out. So we're towards the end of this face-off, getting close to the action here for the girls.
Yeah, you know, Peyton, this has been kind of years in the making. Washington State has been one of the best states at trying to elevate women's wrestling. And as we talked about in the last broadcast, I think we're close to 30 states that now recognize and have their own official state championships for women.
Yeah,
so it is one of the sports that's gaining the most traction.
I'm glad that we have that here so we can show off the amazing talents of all of these girls. First up, 100 pounds, Sharon Arroyo for Royal, Kenya Hernandez for Wahluke.
And
as the whistle does not quite yet blow because we have... Okay, there we go.
All right, Hernandez is going to have a firecracker on her hands as Sharon is all action. We called her the pit bull in junior high for good reason. Sharon in on an attacks right away, drives her opponent right off the mat.
I believe we saw Sharon wrestle twice a few nights ago. Picked up a pin victory in her second match. I believe she did.
What a great attack. How fast was that? You're going to need to watch it on slow motion just to see it in normal speed because that was incredibly fast.
It's moves like that wish that makes me wish I knew how to set up an instant replay feature.
Boy, I just wish I could move that fast. But Sharon, it looks like that foot touched out of bounds. They didn't award the takedown, but she's not deterred by that. She's going to go right back to work. Sometimes it's hard to score, though, Peyton, when your opponent's backing up constantly. You may see that official designate a stall. Oh, Sharon should have attacked right there, but be careful. Don't just rush into it.
Yeah. Going to get her up and down again, but they're going to call an out of bounds. This referee's been very quick to call out of bounds, and I feel like the other referee was a little more hesitant, little more willing to let him wrestle, but
That was the right
every
call.
referee has different call.
Neil was asking about the out of bounds. What happened on that takedown, Peyton, is that Sharon's right foot slid out of bounds during the takedown attempt. Both feet must stay in bounds. Both feet. So not just one, but both.
Yeah.
College wrestling, different story. You can just have one foot in. So a little difference between our amateur wrestling here at the high school level and then compared to the collegiate level.
Yeah.
So Sharon's going to walk it back to the center. That's smart. She's saying, hey, let's do action. Let's not wrestle on the edge of the mat. Let's go right in the middle and let's dance.
That might be I'm getting tired of taking you down and it not counting also.
She just needs to shore up one good takedown. Kind of stay in control.
As you can you might have been able to see walking across the bottom of your screen, we do have our mascot, Sir Seth Christensen, as he is a knight.
Sir, here we go. In on a
and our knight mascot.
takedown right to the back. This is where Sharon's tough.
Points on the board now for Sharon, and she's going to get 2 near fall points.
Yeah, I like that. Anytime you can get not just the takedown, but pick up some back points, that's going to help your cause.
Now immediately up 4. Maybe only 2.
Boy, maybe he didn't swipe those fast enough.
Yeah. I thought that she earned the near fall points, though, but she does not quite.
It sure looked like it.
And the coin flip goes towards Royal as Sharon makes a defer sign.
They got their both points. They got all 4.
Okay, there we go. The scores table is just low. All right. So 4-0 lead for Sharon. Defers to the next round. And Wahluke chooses up.
Yeah, interesting choice there out of Wahluke. This is one of those cases that maybe they're thinking,
and
she's
Sharon's
tough
gonna
on her feet. She's tough on bottom.
Quick to go up. Can't quite break the grip just yet, and is going to get down to the mat, but Sharon will get the reversal points on the ground as she looks to drive her over once again, rolls her over onto one shoulder. She gets her quite onto the other one. Referee's checking for the pin, and he calls it. Sharon Arroyo picks up the pin victory here in our first Lady Nights action.
You know, when that whistle blows, Sharon's going to bring action the whole time. She's in great shape.
Yeah, well, they say this on the girls basketball broadcast a lot. Mike and Jens do. There's no chill in girls basketball. There is also no chill in girls wrestling when it comes to Sharon Arroyo, and really any of our girls, but especially her.
You bet.
I really was impressed with her tenacity. I mean, there really was. She got right after it the whole time too. There's no hey, I'm going to sit here and rest for a minute, or I'm going to let you rest. It was
So that should be 6 points on the board for the Knights. That's not quite up yet. It doesn't look like. So we move to 110 pounds. Jara Rodriguez for the Knights. Patty Guerrero for the Warriors, as they are tied up, struggling, jockeying for position here. Walking around the mat.
I wonder if these two have hooked it up a couple of times here. You know, as you get deeper into the season, as we're nearing districts here in a week and a half, a lot of times by now, especially being this close in proximity, you'll be at some tournaments together. So you wonder if these two have seen each other. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it looks like they know each other pretty well, maybe, as they're neither. There goes Guerrero on a double. Good sprawl from Rodriguez. Now looking to gain control. Gets around. Headgear's going to slip around a little bit, and Jara will get 2 points. And is now looking to roll her over onto her back. Guerrero's looking to get her feet under her. Does, but gets immediately brought back down to the mat. Looks for a half. Rodriguez looks for a half. Doesn't quite get it. Guerrero once again looks to stand up. Is just going to get pulled down again by Jara. Using that forearm to keep her head down as she tries for a half, but doesn't quite get it. Headgear's rolling around here. Ref has not called for a stop yet, as there hasn't really been a stop in the action.
And now he's going to say, go ahead and fix
They're going to call for a stoppage, as that Headgear looks like it might be around her throat. So that's definitely the right call there.
She's wearing a pair of headgear. Here's some insight for you, Peyton. Called Tornado headgear. They're great headgear in the sense that they're easy to hear out of.
Yeah.
They have quite a few holes. They don't always stay quite as tight as some of the
didn't
Princess
look like they stayed
Leia
on there.
headgear. But
Princess Leia headgear. That's a fun way to put that. I don't know if that's an official name or just nicknames.
it's a little nickname
Some
there.
insider nicknames there.
Cliff Keen headgear, yep. Jara now working what's called a force half. She wants to get on the same side as the attack, so she goes back to that tight waist. Going to look to break her opponent flat and then look for a turn.
Guerrero is doing a good job getting up and getting her feet underneath her, but Jara is doing an even better job at immediately just pulling her back down and not letting her get a full foothold to get those escape points.
Yeah, hard to escape when your opponent's putting constant pressure on you.
Now Jara's got her on her back. Gets flipped over. Referee had 2 points. Hold up. Yep, Jara will earn those 2 points
Fairly
as the
quick
round
2-point.
expires.
Yeah, quick call in there, but Jara earned that. She hit a move called a butcher. Just needed to stay a little bit more on top, not roll that through.
Yeah. So I didn't see exactly who won the flip there, but Jara will assume the top position. Guerrero is quick to try to get her feet under her. Jara is quicker, pulling her down. Nope, there we go. She had stood up. Guerrero got a quick stand up, but didn't quite get the grip separated fast enough, and now she's back on her face, back on her stomach, as Jara looks for that force half and is trying to flip her over.
Yeah, you can hear Coach Carlos saying half. He wants to see that half be put in. There's a redirection.
There you go. There you go. Can she roll her
Well
over?
done.
She's getting near fall count. She's got her shoulders down. Guerrero's trying to get her hips up. Not long enough for the pin. And she's going to get it. Another pin victory for the Knights. Jara Rodriguez.
The other one's going to come in
Gets
2
another
minutes
pin.
and 42 seconds into regulation. And you know, Peyton, that might not look like much, but what she did there is she put in a half Nelson, and then she did what we call a redirect or a U-high motion, and she was able to take that opponent who was able to defend it, take away that supporting point, and turn it over. So it was really well done.
Yeah, definitely. That looked like some textbook wrestling there.
Yep. But, you know, to the casual observer, they're just like, oh, that girl just rolled over. She did
No,
a move that took away that opponent's ability to post a leg.
And
Ben, quit talking about me like that.
Patty Guerrero did a great job there. I want to give all of her props. She
fought hard.
She fought hard, and she had multiple opportunities, but unfortunately, Jara just was able to take those opportunities away from her as quick as she got them. So now we're up to 120 pounds. Daisy Santiago for the Knights. Natalie Barragan.
Oh, Daisy in on a pancake right off the bat.
Right off on the pancake, looking to flip her over. Referee is not quite counting near fall points there. He does award 2 points.
She's already got
to
the
Daisy.
Count locked up. Now what she wants to do is she wants to elevate that head, put the weight over the far shoulder.
She's looking for a quick pin.
this-
She's got to she's so close to it. She's just got to drive her feet a little bit more.
You know, girls, Peyton,
Elevate, like you said.
they have incredible flexibility, some of them, and they're able to twist their bodies in certain ways. But what she needs to do is really put that weight over the throat. Here she's going
There
into
we go. There we go. Looking for a quick
sides here.
victory.
There it
And
is.
she's got it. 3 pin victories in a row for the Knights as Daisy Santiago picks that one up just 57 seconds into the first round.
Yeah, the Lady Knights here on senior night putting together some great matches.
And here's one of my most anticipated matches of the night. Lauren Jenks, who has been described by her teammates as someone who does everything wrong and still comes out with the right result. It's like me in math. I'm not quite sure how I got here, but somehow I got the right answer.
Well, I would maybe counter that comment and say Lauren is unorthodox. She's going to move in ways that may not be usual, and sometimes when you got a little bit of funk, a little bit of unorthodox movement, it can throw that other wrestler off, and it can be to your advantage. But really quick here, she's going to watch herself in this single attack here.
So as we said, Lauren Jenks for the Knights, Megan Tapia for the Wahluke Warriors.
Oh, man. Tapia tried to do what we call a treetop and just kind of threw her without keeping the control.
Quick to get onto Jenks, throws her away.
Well, hey, if you wanted to watch a fun match, folks, Lauren's going to launch a head and arm here. She might just launch it. If she steps in, she
shoots the single, but Jenks is quick to sprawl. Is not letting herself get taken down. Lauren is walking on her hands.
Look at that. No control with Lauren.
Does not let herself. She's caught between the legs, but she's going to stand up out of it, and she's got a hold on her. She's got a hold on her for 2 points.
All that action.
And
Lauren is able to
rolling
get
her over. Now she's rolling her over. She's got the shoulders close to the ground. The referee's looking. The bench is going crazy. The crowd is going crazy. I'm going crazy. Come on, Lauren. Hold her down.
She's going to get it right here.
She's going to get that pin. She's just got to keep that shoulder even down.
She's got time.
Letting off a little bit, but she's got to
settle back and lift that head.
On it. The referee awards for the pin. Another pin victory for the Knights. Lauren Jakes with a huge smile on her face.
And you may not be able to hear, but the gym erupted on that one. I'll tell you why. Tell you why they erupted, because of all the action that happened before it. There was one counter after another counter. She never gave up. And I'll tell you, Tapia had her in a couple positions that she should have scored. But once again, Lauren's unorthodox style, that I'm not going to quit style, came out to her advantage.
That has potential to be my favorite match of the night.
That's probably, I think, the 4th time I've seen Lauren wrestle. And every one of them has been kind of that way, where it's a real, as Ben puts it, unorthodox. And there's a lot of times you're like, Lauren, that's going to end badly for you. And then all of a sudden it doesn't. Yeah, it's amazing to watch. It's super fun. It's entertaining. It's awesome.
Yeah. You can tell the fans appreciate it.
So, once again, another 135-pound match here for the Wahluke Warriors. Satali Ramos for the Royal Knights. Evelyn Asensio. Evelyn Asensio, I believe is younger sister of senior cheerleader Haley Asensio.
Yeah, you know what? Evelyn really wanted to wrestle last year and just couldn't maybe convince her family into it. And we understand that. Girls wrestling seems like, you just don't want your baby girl to get hurt. But again, these girls, they come out here, they battle, they're flexible, they're tough. And so Evelyn's got to work hard to get off her back here to see if she can survive to see another round.
Evelyn was quick to get 2 takedown points, but now Ramos has gotten both some reversal points and then some near fall points, putting her at a 5-2 lead.
But here we go. We're right back on the attack.
Right back on her feet.
Yep. She's gonna
and gets her down in a position where she's in control. No.
Oh, good hips.
There we go.
Good hips. She needs to scoot around that hand right now. Go all the way behind.
As you might even be able to see on the side of fellow wrestlers even coaching her up. Alondra Morales, especially yelling at her, telling her, "You need to do this. You need to do this." And that's advice. That's advice I would take.
You bet. Let the champ tell you what to do. That's right.
As she did pick up two more points there, just down by 1 point.
Gotta be careful not to get a full Nelson. Looks like
she's gonna get a full Nelson called on her. She looks at the coach to see what she did wrong.
Yeah, Coach Carlos.
I appreciate. I would like to just take a quick second. I do really appreciate Coach Carlos Villa. He's he's really fun to just watch as a coach even.
Yeah, you can see him right now. He's out there working with his athlete during this stoppage time, and that's what you want to do as a coach. You want to say, hey, you did this, let's take a look. We got to go out here. And what he was telling her, he's saying, hey, Evelyn, you need to get that far wrist with your half on one side, and that way we don't lock up that full Nelson. So,
yeah, he's a great Coach Carlos Villa. He's a great wrestling coach, and he's a great soccer coach. And so I know these girls appreciate him as much.
He's also probably got
everyone else.
I don't even know if it's a competition. He's got the best beard in the house.
Oh, Ben, come on.
With my dad even sitting right here.
Come on. Mine's terrible.
He's still got the best beard in the house.
Mine's terrible. Terrible. My wife will probably chime in a minute here saying yes.
As soon as that comes on the stream, I don't even really see much competition.
We gotta find out what kind of product does he use. How does he keep it looking so?
Yeah, I did comment that these go really fast. I do wish there was a little more time to just kind of settle and talk about the previous match before the next one gets started. I would love it if we had an opportunity to get him up here and talk to him.
We want the action though, so we'll take it. We'll take those
pins.
But
the quick action is also just rapid fire, gets through it.
All right, nice. So what's the score here, Baden?
It is 7-4. There's a big slam down. Now 9-4 on those reversal points. Ramos has a 5-point lead. It's under 10 seconds left in the first round here.
Ramos, she's pretty powerful. I mean, that's the second or third time that she's been able to lift Evelyn from her feet all the way up to her back. Now, the official was right on that call. That was not an illegal slam.
It was not illegal.
It was a hard takedown, but not an illegal slam. And Evelyn was tough. She got taken down pretty hard, but bounced right back. And again, our bodies, they are pretty amazing. They can really respond, especially when you train. You get used to falling on the mat and such. So here we go. We're on our feet. Second period.
Definitely
Well, I'll tell you what, in 2 minutes, folks, they put up 13 points, and that's what we want to see. We want to see some action.
Yeah. This is a hard-fought match. It sounded like Evelyn didn't maybe have that much experience. That you would be the expert on that one.
This is her first year wrestling.
This is her first year wrestling, and she is putting on quite the show against a wrestler that I can tell is definitely. She seems pretty experienced and pretty powerful.
Way to fight out of that. That was raw.
If she can just slip
there.
out of that grip, she can get these reversal points.
You know, and sometimes with these wrestlers that haven't wrestled as many years, you will see these high-scoring matches. We got 17 points on the board now, and what that is just, not quite securing moves fully. Oh, watch out, man! That was a flexible
position.
Gets her
hips up and gets up back onto her stomach, onto her front there, avoiding too many near fall points. There is 2 more awarded. It's now 15-4 for Ramos here in this matchup.
For sure. Evelyn's
looking to get out of it. She's got an arm.
Oh, she's going to push some
points.
She's going to try to get her chest down and drive with her chest.
Come on, drive her over. Drive her over.
Payne's going to fall off the crow's nest here.
I'm going to knock something off. Are they calling for?
That's an inhaler signature. So that's an athlete that's maybe asthmatic. So what they're gonna award here is it looked like another penalty point against Evelyn in that she did another full Nelson. So man. I think they were going to do stoppage and then also the inhaler. Hopefully this athlete gets it under control.
I was going to mention she looked a little Satali Ramos here. She did look a little winded. It's good that the referee recognized that and got her what she needed. 8-16 now. Asensio, she was real close to a pin there, as we mentioned, as you probably hear in my voice also. She's looking for a cradle.
Yeah, she was looking for that cradle.
Hey, look at that. I'm learning.
You got it. She needs to be careful, though, here, because where she's at, it's easy to
bringing that wrist in.
Think about going back to that full Nelson. Nice job jumping across.
Instructing her to jump across, and she follows.
Job of instructing her, and a great job by her to follow.
The Ramos escapes, and we're back to her feet. 13, 12, 10, 11, 10 seconds left in the second round.
Yeah, sometimes these gyms get rocking with fans and yelling and screaming, and it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
But as much as you can, you want to listen to your coach. They've got a great advantage.
Takedown is going to be waved off.
They're going to try to tell you what to do.
Waved off, saved by the bell. You can probably hear it over the crowd mic. Crowd is pretty hot here tonight. They probably can't hear me, but we do appreciate the crowd also. We appreciate if you're watching this from home and yelling at your TV screen and cheering at your TV screen, but if you're here, that even makes more of a difference. So we appreciate that.
It's been a great match.
It really has.
There's been a lot of fun. Good action by both wrestlers.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're in that third and final potential round. Evelyn's got some ground to make up, and if I'm honest, there's another penalty coming her way. This one's going to be called locking hands. You can see the referee clasping his hands. We're not allowed to lock around the waist. Gives the bottom wrestler unfair disadvantage. So the next one's going to cost her, I believe, 2 points. She's going to have to basically at this point, Peyton, go for that pin.
She's got to get that pin if she wants to win this one. If we're being honest here. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's too easy to make up 10 points here. No, unless you get a lot of near falls.
Yeah, you probably don't have the time to make up 10 points, but when you do have time, whenever there's seconds on the clock.
Is not to let her stand back up and get reversal points.
There she
gets her back down. She's on her. Come on.
Oh, she needs to step across with her hips.
She's getting instructed over there by Coach Villa.
Circle to her left, then drive in.
Getting Coach Villa telling her what to do. Getting Coach O telling her what to do.
Not for lack of effort right now. She's giving it everything she's got. She's going to pick up 2 points.
She's going to get some near fall points.
10-18.
Now, I know we were saying it was pretty hard, but anything can happen.
That's right. Hey, it's not over until that ref blows that whistle.
Yeah.
So with a minute 16, everyone needs to keep the intensity high.
Obviously, going to high school here, being a Royal Knight myself, I'm really rooting for Evelyn here. But either way, whoever wins this, they will have definitely earned their victory.
It's been a battle.
She takes a second to look Coach B in the face to fully heed his instructions. Oh, no, she's going to get a reversal.
Yeah,
another 2 points for Ramos.
I like how hard Coach Villa's working for her. He's given her everything he's got as a coach. And
now she's on her back, scrolling upwards, getting back onto her front. Looks to roll around. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
Couldn't quite get it.
Couldn't quite get it, but she's going to try for it again. Just got to keep those shoulders up. Don't get pinned here. That would be my determination is don't get pinned, and she does. Once again, though, very hard-fought victory. I've no doubt that she knew she was down by 10 points, and she said, you know what? Yep. I'm going to make her earn it.
28 points on the board. If you wanted action, friends, you just got it.
Wow.
That one, I really feel like you could kind of see some of the inexperience there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that as she gains that experience, she's going to be a tough wrestler.
I agree. She's got a great starting point for a first-year wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a very hard-fought battle, but you could see some spots where maybe, the inexperience not quite there to what to do.
Well, did we see her just quit and give up at any point?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you can't teach heart. You can talk about it.
Lots of resolve, lots of heart, lots of grit there from Evelyn Asensio.
I feel like, truthfully, she did as well as she did based off her hard work and grit.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a victory in some sort of way.
All right, let's introduce 140 pounds.
140 pounds. Brianna Quintero for the Knights, Angela Santiago for the Warriors.
Yeah, and I really like Bri. I hope she just keeps grinding with this because she is a great young up-and-coming wrestler. She's a freshman. She needs to drive her hips in with this double attack.
A quick 2 points from Santiago as we were kind of talking about the last match.
Okay, so 2-0. Santiago up.
Quintero's looking to stand up. She's got her feet underneath her. She's looking to take her down as she herself gets up. Doesn't quite get it, though. She's back down on the mat.
It's a close match here. Close matchup. Yeah, Bri, she's one of our girls that came through the little guy program and spent all those years, wrestling against the boys. And hopefully she could just keep growing as a wrestler. She's now in the girls division. This girl's trying a 3/4 stack. Bri needs to put her hips squarely, firmly into the mat and lift her head up. You don't want to get your head towards your knees or that person's going to pull you underneath. And that is a tough position to get out of. So this wrestler, just by doing this move alone, I can tell she's been on the mat for a little bit. Yeah, this could be trouble.
One shoulder was down.
Good job, Squirt. Now there.
Was not for long enough for near fall, though.
Yeah, 1 count, not a 2 count. Again, if that wrestler attempts that move again, Bri's going to want to make sure she gets her hips down and her head up.
Switching sides here. Looks to pull that wrist in. Brianna has to not let her. Now she's on her feet. She's got to get. Had to get wrist control there.
All right, so that is going to bring the first round to a conclusion. We'll enter the second round with Quintero down 2-0. Again, this is a close match.
Yeah, this is a really close match. This is a really close match.
I always like Quintero's red shoes. She's a cool kid. She likes to wear a lot of different hats. Her younger brother Charlie's on the junior high team. And now it's a tough position to fight out here. Santiago's got this arm bar, and this is not where you want to be on bottom.
Yeah. She's on her back, but she's got her hips up and her shoulders up, and it looks
nice job, Bri.
Looks like she's gonna get those reversal points.
Boy, she did not give up there. She kept fighting out of that bottom position.
However, Santiago did earn herself 3 near fall points. So 5-2 lead for Santiago as she looks to get up and get her own escape points. But Quintero is fighting to not let her, and she takes her back down to the mat.
Nice delivery there. Was able to maintain control in the top position. Now she wants to work back a little bit. She's getting a little high. We're going to bring back. You see her coach encouraging her to get on that half action.
I love how.
There she runs her hips around. Now we're in a good position.
Come on, flip her over. I want another pin.
She's got to get that half higher up on the head. I want to try to get it all the way on
Santiago's getting her feet underneath her, and it doesn't even look like Quintero has a good grip here. And that's going to be reversal points for Santiago. She takes a 7-2 lead.
Yeah, no, Bri needs to not stay hanging out on her base.
Bri needs some either reversal or escape points here.
Yeah, sometimes with our younger wrestlers, Peyton, what they're doing is they're just trying to defend it by sitting there.
Into a cradle pin here, and she's going to get that pin. Santiago's going to get that pin. Santiago is going to get pinned, Santiago is going to pick up the pin victory against Brianna Quintero here in that 140-pound match.
Yep. Yeah, good effort out of Brie again.
145-pound matchup. This is the marquee match for the Wahluke Warriors. Emily Barragon. And for the Royal Knights, your reigning, defending, undisputed girls wrestling 145 pounds 1A state champion, Alondra Morales. This has got to be by far the most anticipated match of the night. Almost came out without her headgear, though.
Yeah, so Alondra, here we go.
Pink headgear for Alondra as well.
She, we'll see if she wants to kind of wrestle a little bit, or if she just
immediately
wants to go
pushes her right out of bounds.
Yeah, now in freestyle that would have been 1 point paid on a push out, but here in collegiate, no points for a push out. Alondra, though, man, she is as tough as nails, and she is put in the work. Let's be honest about that.
She's definitely has. She is tough. She is rough. She's strong. She's aggressive.
Yeah, Peyton, I'm glad that you don't have to go out there and take her on, because
I think
I'd have to cover the camera.
100% think I would lose. I think I would lose to most of these girls, if I'm being honest. I have often said that there's a few people that I could beat in a wrestling match just based off size alone, but Alondra is not one of those people.
No,
I think Alondra,
she grabs our coaches and drills them, and
I think based off of her points, or based off of her size and her strength, combined with her skill, she would run right over me.
Yeah, so just let's talk about it really quick. Alondra grew up, coming into the little guy wrestling room, and just wrestling around with the boys, and maybe not falling in love with it, but just being out there a little bit. And then junior high, she came out and it was like, hey, you're pretty good at this, And
there we go.
And
now Alondra's,
by the time she got in high school, she just fell in love with it, and she has been.
Alondra's.
Yeah, there's a takedown, and then it just
escapes.
She
just
says,
lets her up, gets her 2 points, and lets her up again.
Yeah, I want to keep working here, but
they keep going out of bounds. I don't know if that's Barragon, not necessarily trying to flee, but just trying to get a little bit of a reset, or Morales pushing her out. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just recognizing that she's wrestling a really tough wrestler. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier to back away.
It's got to be a little bit intimidating for Barragon coming in, knowing that you're facing an opponent that was state champion last year. She defeated however many other girls, and as my dad mentioned earlier, we are fairly certain she's undefeated. Morales takes a second to adjust her chin strap as she goes down again. Gets her another 2 points, 6-2 now, and she gets that pin victory with what looked like ease in 1 minute and 33 seconds. So now,
good luck to Alondra.
Alondra,
she gets ready for postseason action coming up here in a couple weekends.
And now our second senior up to wrestle, Ivy DeLay. At, I believe she's 125, I said earlier. I'm not entirely.
Yep, 125.
125.
All right, Ivy DeLay.
I did not hear what this Wahluke wrestler's name is, and it's not on our sheet, so I am sorry.
Ivy DeLay coming out, though, Peyton, as a senior wrestler.
As a senior.
We tried to get her out a little bit earlier. She
wrestled kind of off and on in middle school a little bit, and then just never really wanted to in high school. Came out this year and said, why not? I believe I asked her, oh, hey, I heard you're doing wrestling. She's like, yep, why not? I'm like, well, when you murder someone, I will be cheering you on. And here I am, Ivy, fulfilling my promise to cheer you on as she's just riding her on the ground, looking to roll her over. She's already got 2 points on the takedown.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Peyton, but Ivy's grandpa, when I came to Royal in 1999, he had just stepped down.
Coach Nielsen.
Coach Nielsen just stepped down a few years ago. Still coaching the football, but he was the wrestling coach for a while.
I've heard of that.
One thing that's pretty impressive about Bob Nielsen, well, there's a lot of things, but was that he never wrestled. He never wrestled, and yet he was a wrestling coach.
The wrestling coach. That's fun.
I think he coached basketball when at one point, but he turned into a dang good wrestling coach, and he knew how to push kids and work them hard.
Yeah, I think that's what you kind of need more is just coaching skills. You don't always need a bunch of experience in the sport. Look at Ted Lasso with coaching skills.
She's got that wrist.
She's got that near fall points, potentially a pin here. Referee's looking for it.
She needs to settle back, get her hips, her weight in there.
Yeah, she's got it. A pin victory for Ivy DeLay. I was gonna try to sneak in here. Ivy is one of my friends. She's a great young lady. She's so fun and so bubbly, and then you get out on a wrestling mat and she is aggressive, and it's a wrestling mat or a soccer field, and it's completely different. It's like a switch that she just turns on, and all of a sudden she's about to kill you.
Well, hey, like we said, we didn't have to go wrestle tonight, so it's probably good on us.
She's another one that I think might be able to beat me.
And we want to thank the Wahluke Warriors for their action tonight, and we want to wish both these programs the very best as they head into postseason action. The Lady Knights will wrap up this Saturday in Quincy, a little postseason preparation, and then it's on as they get ready to head to Liberty Spangle the following Saturday for districts, and then on to regionals, and then the state championships.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the boys' side on that. I would assume it's probably close to the same.
The boys will be here next Saturday for districts, and then on to regions, and then state.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're going to have a stream for that. Oh, we might, though. I'm not entirely sure what the schedule there is. So, but tomorrow night, on Friday, I'll be here doing the JV basketball game. I don't know if it's going to be the boys or the girls quite yet. And then followed by those, we have the girls varsity and the boys varsity with Mike and Jen as your normal commentators for that. And then on Saturday, that game on Friday tomorrow is against Chelan. And then on Saturday, the Wapato Wolves come into our keep here as boys and girls basketball have their senior nights. Once again, I'll be doing the JV game. Jen and Mike will be doing the boys and girls varsity. JV is at 4:30. Girls varsity is at 6. Boys varsity is at 7:30. Those streams will be up and there at those times. We thank you for tuning in. We thank anyone from Wahluke that has tuned in to watch the wrestling. You have been watching Royal Knights Wrestling at Royal SD Live.